Hi, Crisis Actors. We are in LA right now for the premiere of Mr. Birchum.
Mr. Birchum is a brand new show from the Daily Wire, which we are going to be watching one episode of tonight, and then we will be reviewing that episode on Wednesday on our channel. So we have been gone for, 3 days now?
Yeah.
Which, don't forget about us, please. I'd prefer if you did not forget about us and let Kellen take over the show. So we will be back with that review coming up this week, as well as a whole lot of other things. So stay tuned for more, and thanks you guys for watching.
Adam was in town in Nashville, I believe, to do Backstage Live at the Ryman Auditorium, and he asked if he could stop by the office the next day and talk to me about something. Of course, I was excited to talk to Adam. The first time I ever talked to him, this is a true story, he charged me $15,000 for the honor. That's when Ben and I were first getting started, and what he pitched me was that I could spend even more time with him, but it would cost me much, much, much more than $15,000. And I thought, I'm a sucker, we'll do it.
I'm the only guy at this entire party who followed the theme. I was told, school picture, so I dress in my little prep, gold button blazer, nice little college tie.
It's snazzy. Can you do a twirl for us? Do a little ooh, ooh.
But it's okay, because I'm so excited about the launch of this show that I don't mind being the only rule follower here.
She is very outspoken. She desperately wants to be like her father, and I feel like that was me with my mom. Like anything that she did, I tried to replicate, even if it was very adult and mature and I didn't understand. I was like, yes, whatever you do, I'm just your biggest fan.
I don't consider this acting so much as repeating the lines that were given to me.
It's definitely acting. Don't sell yourself short.
I think we can use the A word. No. The others are acting. The others are actually amazing and extremely talented, but I just sort of stuck a toe into this pool. But it's very hard. Like, the hardest parts for me were when they'd say, okay, make the following sounds, because it's voiceover work, right? So sound super excited, or this is the one I couldn't do. Like playful, sexy laugh. Not in the repertoire.
No, I had no idea that there was a whole other world out here. And just so many opportunities in different ways. I never could have dreamt that I'd be standing here on a wooden carpet for the Daily Wire. And I think that's the beauty of it, is you go through some ups and downs, and then if you're open-minded enough to try new things, you never know what can happen, and I'm grateful for this opportunity.
I play Adam's son, yes.
Play his son. Do you feel like his son in real life?
I do, actually. I really admired Adam. I was a fan of his love line. I was like, this guy's so smart. He comes up with analogies out of nowhere that are hilarious, and my mind doesn't work like that. And so I was really excited. I did his show a few times. And so, is he a father figure? Yes.
I am Adam's friend, fellow teacher, and as you know, Adam's old school, and the school is going woke, and I know how to stay on that line in between. I stay friends with Adam, but I come up with enough buzzwords to keep my job.
She's kind of a harried old hag that's seen it all, done it all. I tell my grandchildren that, you've got a heavy karmic thing to follow with me, but make sure that you're always as offensive as you can be.
That you can punish a comedian for making a joke, and that is cancel culture. Cancel culture is, you said something we don't agree with, we don't think it's funny, you're canceled. You did this wrong, you don't deserve to be able to do comedy. We're gonna get the Twitter mob together and try and stop you from having a voice.
It is so essential to me to keep pushing diversity of thought for everybody. And I have tons of friends and family who I think very differently from, and I love them regardless. So I will, at this point, there's no turning back, and I'm just trying to be there for others as well. It's really cool.
I hope there are tons of shows like Birchum, tons of movies like Lady Ballers. Hope we get better. I hope other people even transcend what we're accomplishing, and that we actually become the generators of culture and not just the critics of culture, which is what we've been for too long.
Comedy never went anywhere. Comedy's been here. There have always been comedies on TV. There have always been comedians on TV. There's always been people upset because this comedian said that comedian said that. Comedy's been here. So, yeah, so I don't buy into comedies. Comedy's not back because it never left.
We made this in Tennessee for the Daily Wire. That's what, Hollywood is now more of a term of art than an actual place. Talent abounds and they're everywhere. And we brought people in from all over the country, essentially, to participate in the show, including animators from Europe even. You know, it really was almost an international project to get this done.
I mostly do live action movies, TV shows, docs. This was my first animated series, and I will tell you, I went from a white belt to probably a pretty tough brown belt at this point. After a year and a half. What is the funniest joke in the whole show?
It was whatever I wrote. I'm sure it was something I wrote. I think the joke about, Carponzi saying we have zero tolerance for mentioning intolerance, I think is perfect.
This show is a good show for everybody. There are jokes in it that are for the left, there's jokes in it for the right, there's jokes in it for the center. I think it's fun. I don't know how I'll keep some of your own kids away from it. There are some jokes that maybe the 10-year-old shouldn't hear.
This was made for Fox with a guy named Mike Judge, who's made a few shows in his time. And at the time, I don't think they saw the character as having any real cultural relevance. Whereas now it seems like you almost need this character. Like this voice has been crying out to be heard. So we're very happy that Daily Wire, got involved and is now getting it out there.
One of the things that I love most about acting is the bond that you create with your fellow actors, the cast, the crew. It truly feels like a family. You're in the trenches together for months. It's kind of how it was on Pendragon. We were in Hungary for so many months. So I missed that part of it. But I love the challenge. Playing a younger character was a challenge. It was just so much fun.
To be able to learn that I can still change and evolve and try new things, even if I fall on my face and get back up, it's okay. Like, it's not what this is about. It's to continue to change and try to better yourself, try new things, even if you're a little afraid of it. So to me, bring it, whatever's next.
George Carlin, who is one of the greatest comics who have ever lived, one of the greatest social commentators who ever lived, I was lucky enough to work with him. And he said, find the line, take them over the line, and make them glad they came. And I just think that's what you want to do.
It's not anti-woke, it's just anti-everything. It's anti-cultural self-importance. That's what it is. It's anti-cultural self-importance.
I think there's a huge market for this, and I'm hoping people will find it, people will spread the word, and it'll just keep growing.
Guys, that was the premiere for Mr. Birchum. I hope you guys enjoyed all the interviews that we got in the roundtable discussion that they had over there with Adam Carolla and the entire cast. It was a lot of fun. It was very hectic.
It was a lot. I'm still not sure I understood a single thing when we watched the first episode, so I'm gonna have to revisit it after the fact. But
hold on, I took my notes. I was in my okay. So when we see movies, you gotta turn it in, and that's why I sit in the back right in movie theaters and put my phone on 0 brightness, and I take notes the whole time. So I've got thoughts, and we will be reviewing that, and we will have that out for you guys this week.